All right, today we're going to break down the science of motivation and really get to the core of what drives you, your baseline dopamine. And we're going to use a simple yet powerful framework from neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman to give you some real, actionable tools you can start using, like, right now.
You ever have those days, or maybe even a whole week, where you just feel kind of flat, where trying to get started on anything, literally anything, feels like pushing a giant boulder uphill? Yeah, we've all been there. Well, it turns out the reason might not be a lack of willpower, but something way more fundamental, your dopamine baseline.
So what is baseline dopamine exactly? Well, to put it simply, it's the average level of dopamine that's just kind of hanging out in your system all the time. This isn't about those exciting spikes you get from a reward. No, this is the steady foundation, the underlying level that determines your overall capacity to even feel motivated and driven in the first place.
Now, to really wrap your head around this, Dr. Huberman uses this brilliant analogy. He calls it the dopamine wave pool.
Just imagine your motivation for any given day is like a wave pool at a water park.
Those moments of intense focus, or that rush of excitement you get when you accomplish something, those are the big waves of dopamine. They're the peaks of your motivation.
But, and this is the most crucial part, you can have the best wave-making machine in the entire world, but you absolutely cannot make waves if there's no water in the pool. It's just not going to happen.
And that water, well, that's your baseline dopamine. If your water level is low, you just don't have the resources to generate those peaks of motivation. So really, the name of the game is keeping that pool full. So let's break down the 3 fundamental pillars for how to do just that.
First up, Pillar 1, rest and recharge. Now, I know this might sound basic, but its impact is absolutely profound.
Okay, first and foremost, quality sleep is completely non-negotiable. It's not just about feeling rested. Sleep is the time when your brain is actively restoring its dopamine reserves. It is literally refilling your motivation pool for the next day. Now, here's a really crucial distinction to make. A lot of people turn to meditation, which is great. But traditional meditation is primarily a focusing exercise. There's not a lot of evidence that it directly boosts dopamine. Non-sleep deep rest, or NSDR, on the other hand, is a specific protocol designed for deep relaxation, and the data on its ability to increase dopamine is pretty remarkable. So just how remarkable are we talking? Well, studies have shown that practicing NSDR, which, by the way, you can find guided versions of for free all over YouTube, can increase your baseline dopamine by up to 65%. I mean, think about that. That is a massive refill for your pool from a simple 10 or 20-minute practice.
So we've covered how to rest and recharge. Now let's talk about Pillar 2, fuel and light. This is all about giving your body the right raw materials and, the right environmental signals to actually build that dopamine baseline. See, to create dopamine, your body needs a key ingredient, a building block called tyrosine. It's what's known as rate limiting, which basically means if you don't have enough of it, you've created a bottleneck. Your body simply cannot produce the dopamine it needs, no matter what else you do.
And the good news here is you can get it super easily from your diet. Foods like Parmesan cheese, meats, nuts, and a lot of vegetables are packed with tyrosine. So just making sure these are part of your regular diet is a direct way to support your body's dopamine production.
Okay, next up is the light part of this pillar. Getting sunlight in your eyes, especially first thing in the morning, does way more than just wake you up. It actually triggers a whole neurochemical chain reaction that includes the release of dopamine, setting you up for alertness and a positive mood for the entire day.
And the protocol for this couldn't be simpler, and it costs absolutely nothing. Just get outside as early in the day as you can. Aim for about 5 to 10 minutes on a clear day, maybe a little longer if it's cloudy. And here's the most important rule: no sunglasses. You need that light to directly hit the cells in your retina to really kickstart the whole process. All right, we've covered rest and we've covered fuel. That brings us to our third and final foundational pillar: consistent movement.
Now, the key here isn't about chasing that runner's high every single time you work out. The real secret is consistency. Engaging in regular physical activity is scientifically shown to both elevate and, maybe more importantly, maintain a higher baseline level of dopamine over the long haul.
So what's the goal here? It's just a regular, consistent routine. Try to aim for about 5 days a week, and it's best if you can mix in both some cardio and some resistance training. This regular engagement of your brain and body circuits that govern movement really helps keep that dopamine baseline topped up.
Okay, so let's put it all together. The foundational formula for mastering your baseline dopamine is really built on these 3 pillars. Number 1, rest and recharge with quality sleep and NSDR. Number 2, fuel and light by getting enough tyrosine in your food and getting that morning sun. And number 3, consistent movement through a regular exercise routine.
And you know, the most powerful part of this whole framework is that these aren't some abstract, complicated ideas. They are simple, foundational tools that you can control every single day, every 24 hours, to directly manage your own brain chemistry and build a rock-solid foundation for motivation.
So in the end, it all comes back to that wave pool. These pillars are the inputs, the things that fill that pool with water. And you are in complete control of those inputs. So the only question left is, how full are you going to keep your pool?